I picked out a few extra large baits that I'm gonna give a try today, and those are the only things I'm gonna throw the entire day, and we're gonna see what happens. I figured that between a minnow pattern, a craw pattern, and a worm pattern, we should be able to get something to munch. So I picked the biggest craw pattern that I could find. It's a 4.5 inch craw with some nice little wiggly claws up front. My worm pattern is a giant purple and pink 10 inch worm with the curly tail. And for our minnow pattern, I chose a giant 7 inch fluke. We're just gonna see what we can catch on these giant baits. Let's get to it. There's fish. Oh man. So this is actually the problem I was worried about with the craw. It's really hard to find a giant craw pattern that's actually got some like meat to it. There's that guy. This one, like all the other patterns that were a lot longer, they were skinny. They were like super skinny baits that were just longer. I didn't want something to look like a worm that had claws. I wanted something that had some meat to it. So I had to get one of the thicker baits, and the longest I could find was like 4.5 inches, or at least the ones that had a lot of like claw action and stuff on them. I do think it's gonna catch some giants though. That was a fish, dang it. Can't believe that. I messed that up. There's one. There's one. Yeah. Sweetness. Oh, he came off right in the boat. That's definitely a above average fish here on that 7 inch fluke right here in front of our faces. Look at that, guys. I mean, that is a pretty good size bait, and he tore us up pretty good. But man. That looked like a fish took right off with it. He's still on there. All right, well, this guy just happened to eat this worm by the head. Like, I got way back up in there in a perfect pocket for a monster to be hiding, and this guy's what was hiding in there. We've missed a ton of them on this thing. They're just biting the back end of the worm, which is kind of the point. We want to weed out the smaller ones and try and catch some of the nicer ones, attract some of the bigger ones that are looking for bigger food. He's got it. He still has it. Not a bad one. All right, we'll take him. We'll take him. Woo, yeah. So we've been bit on everything. And that just tells me that I need to keep using bigger stuff, because I'm still catching fish, even with the big stuff. And it is sorting out a lot of the tiny, yeah, I got another one on there. Oh, see, that was a small one. Sorted him out. Didn't have the worm all the way in his mouth. There's a better one. There's a good one. Oh, he just came off. It's actually quite eye-opening for me to see how many fish are still hitting these giant baits. So I may start changing up my more regular fishing practice to throwing some bigger stuff, because I have no problems catching a lot of fish here. I'm hoping we're still in the area with some big ones. so we can feed them some big baits. He still has it, and that feels better. Come here, buddy. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Stay down. Oh yeah. Whoo, chunky on that craw. Hey guys, this craw has actually been doing a lot better job than I thought it would of sorting out the dinks. We have not been actually hooking like any tinies. Nose dive straight down. Woo, not bad, not bad. That's a fish. That's a fish. Yep, that's a fish, and a good one. Come here, buddy. Oh yeah. I love the Mondo baits. I'm actually super surprised at how well these bigger baits are actually sorting out the smaller fish. It's keeping them from getting hooked, and we're having a good time catching a way better average and some really good fish. See you later. Thanks for biting. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. This is too much fun. We actually got 3 hits that cast. The 2 before it must have been too small to hold on to it. I think part of it's because I'm also using a 1/2 ounce weight. We've got a pretty big bait, so it's heavy. And I think a lot of these little fish, they grab it, but they just can't hold on to it. They realize something's off because it's way too heavy for them, and they drop it. Well, these big ones don't mind at all. They hold on to it long enough to get hooked. Just don't steal any of my rods and we're good. Woo, look at all them fly. Oh my goodness. See, you have it? He missed it. How in the world did that fish miss that? He destroyed that thing. Wow. That was actually pretty cool. It's a bummer he missed it. That was a good enough fish to eat this. He's got it. He's got it. That's a good one. That's a good one. Come here, buddy. No, no. Oh, crap. My reel's loose. In the boat. Nope, nope, no, no. In the boat. There we go. So I just spent probably an hour and a half in a spot where I fished a fluke. It was a great spot to fish the fluke. Fished it very thoroughly. Went right back up into the trees with the craw, and bam. Bye. Thanks for biting. Here it goes. It's awesome. He's just cruising his way back over to the trees. Holy cow. Still on. No, he came off. That was a better fish. Oh my gosh. Man, I've learned a ton. I've actually learned that I probably should be throwing a lot bigger baits more often because I'm still catching good fish. I actually decided to do this because I did a video targeting bigger fish and I thought I upgraded the size of my bait quite a bit. And then some of you guys were like, no, you need to go bigger. So I decided to do just big baits for a video, and I'm loving it. So thanks for the suggestion. Now, if you want to check out the latest video where I focus on grass, you can do so right here. And as always, guys, remember to get out and live. Peace.